a drop of honey. If your temper is aroused and you will tell them the thing or the two, you will have to have a fine time unloading your feelings. But what about the other person? Will he share your pleasure? Will he share your pleasure? Will you belligerent tone, your hostile attitude make it easy for him to agree with you? If you come at me with your fist doubled, said Wilson, I think I can promise you that mine will double as fast as yours. But if you came to me and say, let us sit down and take console together, and if we differ from each other, understand why it is that we differ, just what the points at issue are, we will fortunately find that we are not so far apart after all. That's the point on which we differ are the very few, and the point on which we agree are many. And that's if we only have the patience and the candor and the design to get together, we will get together. Nobody appreciated the truth of Woodrow Wilson's statement more than John D. Rockefeller Jr. Back in 1915, Rockefeller was the most fiercely despised man in Colorado. One of the bloodiest strikes in the history of American industry had been shocking that the state of two terrible irate bellicrate miners were demanding higher wage from the Colorado Fuel an iron company. Rockefeller controlled the company. Property had been destroyed. Troops had been called out. Blood had been shed. Striker had been shot, and their bodies riddled with bullets. At the time like that, with the air seething with hatred, Rockefeller wanted to win the strike to his way of thinking, and he did it. How? Here is the story. After a week spent in making friends, Rockefeller addressed the representative of the strike. The speech in its entirely is a masterpiece. It produces astonishing result. It claimed that tempestuous waves of hate that threatened the engulf Rockefeller. It won him a host of admirers. It presented fact in such a friendly manner that the striker went back to work without saying another word about the increase in a wage for which they had fought so violently. The opening of the remarkable speech followed. Note how it fairly glow with friendliness. Rockefeller, remembering, was thinking to men who a few days previously had wanted to hang him by the neck to the sour apple tree. Yet he couldn't have been more gracious, more friendly. If he addressed the group of medical missionaries, his speech was radiant with such praise as I am proud to be here. I am proud to be here, having visited your homes, meet many of your wives and children. We meet here not as a stranger but as a friend. Spirit of mutual friendship of our common interest. It is only by our courtesy that I am here. This is a red letter day in my life. Rockefeller begins. It is the first time I have ever had a good fortune to meet the representative of the employee of this great company, its officer and the superintendents together, and I can assure you that I am proud to be here and that I shall remember this gathering as long as I live. Had this meeting been held 2 weeks ago, I should have stood here a stranger to most of you, recognizing a few faces, having had the opportunity last week to visit all the campus in the southern coal field, and talking individually with practically all the representatives except those who were away. Having visited in your homes, meet many of your wives and children. We meet here not as a stranger but as a friend, and it is that spirit of mutual friendship that I am glad to have this opportunity to discuss with you our common interest.